I'd love to know just what you're thinking. Every little river running through your mind. Give and you take, you come and you go. You leave me here wondering if I'll ever know how much you care or how much you don't. Whatever you need, whatever you want. If you're gonna be somebody's heartbreak, if you're gonna be somebody's mistake, if you're gonna be somebody's
streaming from your computer and from all over the internet, this is all Andy Alffred on ClayFan23. And now your host, Andy Alffred.
I guess that all I'm trying to tell you is a minute with you is better than two without. Oh, I won't be a fool, but I can't play it cool, so I'm playing it safe and I'm breaking the rules. I'm wishing I had what I know that you got. So if you're coming my way, then please don't stop. If you're gonna be somebody's heartbreak, if you're gonna be somebody's mistake, if you're gonna be somebody's first time, somebody's last time, baby, be mine.
Oh, if you're gonna be somebody's heartbreak, let's not be mine. Houston! The Tigers have swept us. The Tribe continues on their hot roll, and the Mud Hens have the worst record in all the International League. Oh, I love you guys, and welcome in to the special Sunday evening version of All Andy Alffred right here on ClayFan23. I am your host, Andy Alffred, welcoming you into the program. Great to be with you here in the man cave, of course, of All Andy Alffred Studios. We had some new stuff put into the studio. We're going to preview that tomorrow on our program, as well as the rest of the Monday's action. But we're going to recap what the weekend was in sports, including Thursday's matchups. Since we did not do a show on Friday afternoon, we were planning to do a show, but got canceled, of course. But it is great to be with you here on this Sunday evening on All Andy Alffred. As, of course, the Detroit Tigers went down to Houston and took on the Houston Astros and swept the Houston Astros in all 4 games. Go Tigers! As the Tigers Thursday night picked up a win in 14 innings, 7-3. It was Luke Patucone's first win. He gets his first win. Colonel gets the loss. He goes to 0 with a 4.80 ERA. Carlos Pena and Castro homered for the Houston Astros. No home runs for the Tigers. The home run parade started up on Saturday night. We'll get into that in just a little bit. 4 hours and 50 minutes took to play the game. 16,664 were in Minute Maid Park. On Friday, the Tigers destroyed again the Houston Astros 4-3. Drew Smiley gets the win. He goes to 2-0 with a 1.35 ERA. Burris gets the loss. He goes to 0-2 with a 5.25. Papa Grande gets his third save of the season as the Tigers beat the Astros 4-3. Avila gets the game-winning home run in the 9th inning. His 4th of the year. No home runs for the Astros. 3 hours, 14 minutes took to play the game. 16,717 watched it. Now, Saturday was the beatdown day. Of course, if you haven't heard, the Tigers destroyed the Houston Astros 17-2. Every Tiger hitter that went up to the plate on Saturday either got a single, double, or got on the score sheet with a hit. Max Scherzer gets the win. He goes to 4-0 with a 3.43 ERA. Harnell gets the loss. He goes to 3-3 with a 5.03 ERA. Miguel Cabrera had 2 dingies in that game. He had number 5 and number 6. And Victor Martinez gets his first of the season as the Tigers destroyed the Houston Astros 17-2 in front of 16,000 again. 3 hours and 13 minutes took to play the game. This afternoon, the Tigers took gave the Houston crowd a great showing, of course, with Justin Verlander on the hill. He had a no-hitter through 7, of course. Carlos Pena breaking that up as the Detroit Tigers shut out the Houston Astros 9-0 today and sweeping the Astros. Verlander now goes to 4-2 with a 1.55 ERA. Philip Humber gets the loss. He goes to 0-7 with an 8.82 ERA. Prince Fielder his 8th. Carlos Pena his 1st. Andy Dirks his 2nd. And Omar Infante his 3rd. All homered for the Detroit Tigers. No home runs for Houston, of course, because they got shut out in front of 23,226. Game time 3 hours and 14 minutes. Now the Tigers are off tomorrow. They'll play the Washington Nationals in a quick 2-game series this upcoming Tuesday and Wednesday. We'll preview that matchup on tomorrow's program as well. The Twinkies invaded Progressive Field and lost 2 of 3 to the Cleveland Indians. And we'll recap that right now for you. On Friday, the Indians won in extra innings 7-6. Fiend gets the loss. He goes to 1-2 with a 3.91 ERA. Chris Perez gets the win. He goes to 1-0 with a 1 ERA. Reynolds homered for the Cleveland Indians. Plouffe and Parmalee homered for Minnesota, their 3rds of the season. Drew Stubbs got the game-winning double in front of 20,200 on Dollar Hot Dog Night. 3 hours and 26 minutes took to play the game. Now on Saturday, it was a matinee game for the Cleveland Indians as the Indians won 7-3. Scott Kazmir gets the win. He goes to 1-1 with a 6.28 ERA. Carrera gets the loss. He goes to 3-2 with a 2.38 ERA. Kipnis and Swishalicious gets their home runs for the Tribe, and Hicks gets his first as a Minnesota Twin. 17,830 were at Progressive Field. 2 hours and 51 minutes took to play. Now today, the short end of the stick, the Minnesota Twins beat the Cleveland Indians 4-2. Pelfrey gets the win. He goes to 3-3 with a 6.35 ERA. Kluber gets the loss. He goes to 2-1 with a 3.06 ERA. Perkins gets the save, his 7th of the year. Plouffe homered. And Carlos Santana for the Tribe homered his 6th of the season from the 14,015. Game time took an even 3 hours. Now Cleveland will now host the Oakland A's. Steve Peperaki's Oakland A's invade Progressive Field. We'll preview that matchup tomorrow on All Andy Alffred as well. But other games on Sunday afternoon, the A's were a winner over the New York Yankees 5-4. Toronto was a winner 10-2 over the Seattle Mariners. The hot Atlanta Braves, hot Atlanta 9-4 over the Mets. Washington 6, Pittsburgh 2. The White Sox were a loser in the 9th and the 10th inning to the Kansas City Royals 6-5. St. Louis 10, Milwaukee 1. Cincinnati beat the Cubbies today 7-4. Miami 14 runs in the game to beat the Philadelphia Illies or Phillies 14-2. Boston was a loser to Texas 4-3. Tampa Bay gets the win over Colorado 8-3, and Baltimore beats the LA Angels 8-4. And looking at the standings in the AL Central right now, the Cleveland Indians are in 3rd place. In 2nd place is the Kansas City Royals, and the Detroit Tigers are now 19-11 in 1st place with a 9-1 in their last 10. Kansas City 17-10, game out, 7-3 in their last 10. Cleveland is 14-14. They're at 500, 3.5 back, 6-4 in their last 10. Minnesota is 12-14. 4 games out, 4-6 in their last 10, and the Chicago White Sox round out the division with a record of 12-17. 6 games out, 5-5 in their last 10 games. It is official. The Toledo Mud Hens have the worst record in all of the International League. Is it time to fire Phil Nevin? I believe so. I believe it's time to get rid of him. I've been calling for his job forever. Thursday, the Mud Hens did win. They won 4-2. Huffman gets the win. He goes to 1-1 with a 2.45 ERA. Stewart gets the loss. He goes to 0-4 with a 4.66 ERA. Bruce Rondon gets his 4th save of the season. Danny Dorn! His 5th home run of the year. No home runs for Charlotte for the 4,119. 2 hours and 25 minutes. Now on Friday, I was in partake of the game, of course, to get the nice, beautiful poster, of course, as the Mud Hens lost 10-2 to Charlotte. It's pathetic. Reynolds gets the win. He goes to 2-2 with a 6.82 ERA. Garcia gets the loss. He goes to 0-2 with a 4.91 ERA. Pegley gets the home run for Charlotte. His 6th, no home runs for Toledo. And for the 5,799, 2 hours and 54 minutes took to play the game. Now yesterday evening, it was May 4th. May the 4th be with you. Yeah, they weren't with the Mud Hens, I'll tell you that much, because the Mud Hens lost 2-1 in 13 innings. Gray gets the win for Charlotte. He goes to 2-1 with a 2.08 ERA. Fulkin gets the loss. He goes to 0-1 with a .77 ERA. Pursley gets the save for Charlotte, his first of the year, in front of 11,500. 4 hours and 5 minutes took to play the game. Now this afternoon, the Mud Hens concluded the series against the Charlotte Knights, and the Charlotte Knights destroyed the Mud Hens 4-1. Brooklyn gets the win. He goes to 2-2 with a 3.19 ERA. Hill gets the loss. He goes to a record of 0-3 with a 3.99 ERA. Gallagher homered for Charlotte, his second of the year. No home runs for Toledo. In front of 7,515. 2 hours and 3 minutes took to play the game. Now the Mud Hens will continue this homestand that they're on. They'll play 4 now with the Rochester Red Wings. It opens up tomorrow afternoon. We'll preview that matchup tomorrow on All Andy Alffred. But here's the standings in the IL West. Indianapolis is 21-10. They're running away with this division really quickly. They're 7-3 in their last 10. Like I said, they're 21-10. Second place is Columbus. They're 16-14. 4.5 out. 6-4 in their last 10. The Louisville Bats are 14-16. 6.5 out of first place. And they're 4-6 in their last 10. The Mud Hens. 8 wins, 23 losses, 13 games out, 2-8 in their last 10. They're about as bad as that they were at Skeleton. Fire Nevin! Let's go! What are you doing, Napoli? All you're hearing is cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching! For the love of God, you see what's on the field? Do the Tigers organization see what's on the field? Because it's pathetic! It's honestly pathetic! If you're a season ticket holder, are you upset because of this? I know a lot of people are. It's pathetic. They ran away with the game. They lost the game easily in the third inning on Friday. It's honestly pathetic. I'll be down there tomorrow. Come see me. NHL scores. News for you, basically. Justin Abelkader came down today that he will be suspended for 2 games for his hit in yesterday's outing against the Ducks, as the Ducks shut out the Red Wings yesterday 4-0, and they're down in the series 2-1. Chicago lost today in their series, and Chicago leads the series 2-1 as well. Tonight at 10 o'clock on NBC Sports Network, it will be San Jose, who has a 2-0 series lead over Vancouver in San Jose. LA won last night over the St. Louis Blues, but they're down in the series 2-1. The Islanders lost today in an overtime to the Pittsburgh Penguins 5-4. The Islanders are down 2-1 in the series. Right now, it's just starting up 0-0 your score between the Ottawa Senators and the Montreal Canadiens. That series tied at 1 game apiece. The Rangers are losing in their series to the Washington Capitals 2-0, and Boston and Toronto are tied at 1 apiece, headed to Toronto. Looking at the NBA for the Indiana Pacers beat the New York Knicks today 102-95. And OKC beats Memphis 93-91. Tomorrow's matchups on TNT will be the Chicago Bulls, who just finished up Game 7 with the Brooklyn Nets. They'll take on the Miami Heat at 7 o'clock on TNT. Golden State will then play San Antonio at 9:30 on TNT. Well, congratulations to Orb, the winner of the Kentucky Derby. In second place was Golden Soul and Revolutionary. Let's hope that Orb will stay in the hunt for the Triple Crown coming up here this year. Recommendation for you today. You know, I usually do the Mud Hens, but honestly, if you're a big baseball fan, don't go. If you're a Fairweather fan, go. Because that's pathetic. That's terrible baseball. Be down there tomorrow, of course, because Bill Koch will be making his rehab start with the Toledo Mud Hens tomorrow. Game time 6:30. Mud Hens will play Rochester. 419-725-HENS. Mudhens.com or 406 Washington Street to get your tickets. Of course, Toledo School for the Arts presents Kaleidoscope 2013. The event is May 10th and 11th. Tickets are available right now by calling 419-246-8732, extension 226. You can call Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Also, you got to go pick this album out. The best album out there. Michael Bublé, To Be Loved. It is an awesome album out there. He does hits like To Love Somebody from the Bee Gees, of course, by Robin Gibbs. You also have I Told You Lately That I Love You by like Rod Stewart, featuring the Naturally Seven group. To Be Loved by Marvin Gaye, by Berry Gordy and Marvin Gaye, of course. And then you got A Friend of Me by Randy Newman. Great album. Go pick up like 3 or 4 copies of this. This is a great album to get. Also, this week, it's a full week of shows. Of course, we have 2 guests stopping in the interview loft. On Tuesday will be a Mudhen promotion guy by the name of Lucas Searson. He'll be joining me on the program. Of course, we'll be talking about the Mudhen promotions and also some baseball stuff as well, too. And on Thursday, the return of Nick DeVera from Rational Pastimes blogs on MLB.com. He'll be in to recap the first month of baseball action. He's got a lot to say and a lot to get into as well, too. So stay with us here on this program. I hope you enjoy it. But to everybody out there, if you are wondering why I'm wearing this shirt, tonight is Country Night in Toledo, of course, because Carrie Underwood and Hunter Hayes is in Toledo performing at the Huntington Center. So I rocked the country shirt as well. Tomorrow's show, we'll be previewing the Tigers and the Indians and also the Mudhens too, and we'll show you around the new man cave. We got new posters and some new items as well that we're going to incorporate into this show. Of course, there will be no change to what I have to say at the end of the show. I am Andy Alffred, and I hope you have a terrific rest of the evening and the rest of the great weekend. And as always, I'm pulling for you. We're all in this together. And especially to the teams behind me, especially the Mudhens now, because they need to win. 8 wins. 8 wins. Come on! Fire Nevin! That's the sign. Hashtag Fire Nevin. I'm going to make a sign. Take it to the ballpark tomorrow. If you find me with the sign, there you go. I'm Andy Alfred. I hope you have a terrific day. And as always, I'm pulling for you. We're all in this together. And especially the teams behind me. And to you, the viewers at home. Victory is sweetest when you have tasted defeat. Have a nice night, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow for another edition of All Andy Alfred. Love you.